need the A1Cs down. God gave me a fresh start. I had to fix my fork. Got rid of the sweet tooth and all of that pork. And now I'm on a mission to help you too. You must get healthy. God has plans for you. God gave me a fresh start. I had to fix my fork.
Thank you. That's my dance, man. You don't like it? Get your own. Hey. Welcome to Fix My Fork. We are back. And you know where we are. Gamers Design Remodeling up in Harleysville, PA. My second home. Sweet home. Look at the spread. I'm going to turn around completely. Look at the spread. What do you think? What do you think? Got a lot going on. But let me tell you something. It looks like a lot. Just say it's a whole lot of nutrition, right? And we try to think that people want to do their own cooking and things of that nature. People always make it a little bit more serious than it is. But I'm going to show you how to be simple today on the show. We're going to make a loaded cucumber sandwich. Now, everybody thinking cucumber sandwich, huh? Wait till you see the ingredients and how I lay this out and how it looks, and then the review on how it tastes. Now, also, we're going to do some appetizer family. We got the holiday coming up. Everybody, the sweet potato thing is going viral. Sweet potato this, sweet potato that. Did the stack with the beets. You seen how that went on the live cooking show we had today. I'm going to do just a small, simple version where I'm going to cut it quarter thick. I'm going to toss it in some extra virgin olive oil, put it in the oven and roast it for about 25 minutes. And when it gets out, I'm going to garnish it with some brie, some cranberries, and some pecans, and a little bit of thyme and a little bit of rosemary, and then some raw honey. And we're going to see how that tastes, right? So, did I talk about the hummus balls? The hummus balls speaks for itself. We're going to do this with, and let me think about this recipe real quick. So the hummus balls calls for the cranberries, the pretzels, a little bit of nutritional yeast, some liquid smoke, some Worcester sauce, some garlic, some parsley, and some scallions. We put that all together in a mixing bowl, and then we form these little balls. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and you eat that as is. It is delicious, tasty. I've had it before, and I hope you're making it with me. All right, so let's dive in. But all I'm going to do is get these sweet potatoes ready to go in the oven. And then I got some serious talking today. Today we're going to talk serious because we're going to talk about this diabetes, what the purpose of the show is for. Remember I said to cut these in a quarter inch. There's no need to bring the rule out. You got to have a good eye, right? See how that is? See how easy it is? Diabetes, man. First of all, I don't know where you're at, but where I am, Harleysville, PA, the weather outside is delightful. Yeah, there's no snow, there's no snow, there's no snow. And ain't long as ain't no snow, we can go. So look here, easy. I got me a pan, but first I'm going to toss this in some extra virgin olive oil. Just going to do a few pieces because it ain't much. But I want to show you how quick and easy it is to make a delicious appetizer that doesn't require a lot going on. There it is with the olive oil, right? We're going to toss that around. Oh, see how simple that is? I'm going to do a little crushed salt and pepper. But just coat the sweet potato like so. And you're going to throw this in the oven. Put it on the baking sheet with some parchment paper, with or without, right? I like the parchment paper because it's just very good. It doesn't stick. Bam, bam, bam. Spread it out. It's just a couple, like I said. just to show you how easy it is. Remember I said safe kitchen? I don't want to put this on top of my cutting board. So give me a second to grab some salt and pepper out of here. Salt and pepper's here. Remember that rule, bitter is better, so you don't do too much, but just enough. I'm gonna flip it over just so I can season both sides. Starting to look like I do this for regular, huh? How about for a living? Because eating healthy is a lifestyle. It is not a diet. I hate that word diet. When somebody says it, I run from it because this is not a diet. This is lifestyle change. Put that on the side. I'm going to pop this in the oven, and I'll be right back over to you. Just give me a second, all right? Oven preheated at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes, flipping it over at the halfway mark. So, Siri set me an alarm for 10 minutes, right? And I'll give it a check in 10 minutes and we'll flip that over. In the meantime, what do I want to do next? How about doing the crusted balls, right? And while I do that, I'm going to take my time because now I want to talk about diabetes. When I started this show, I need to cut something, so I'll make sure I cut it first. That's all right. Give me a second here. When I started this show, I was too worried about, how was I going to get some viewers, likes. Everybody goes to do things for television. Now, I'm going to be cutting and talking at the same time, but I'm going to take my time because I'm about to get real intimate with you guys. I'm so worried about people and how the show is growing and people watching that I kind of like got away from what the cause of the show is about. The cause of this show is to make people aware about diabetes, diabetes awareness, and how to heal themselves from diabetes. This recipe calls for a quarter cup of scallions. When you do this all the time, you pretty much know what a quarter cup is, right? I don't even need to bring it out. And if it's minus anything, or, I'll just add a little bit to balance out the flavors. But that's enough. And also calls for a quarter cup of fresh parsley. Remember how I told you guys, fresh is the best. So I'll cut that up and continue talking. So I said to myself just last night, I said, Gene, you ain't worried about the viewers, man. If I get 1, 2, 3 to 5 people on here that can connect with me about the purpose of curing their diabetes, then I'm good. Because that's what the purpose is. Man, diabetes is a serious thing. And the more I read and read and read about it, I'm realizing that it's getting younger, broader, and a lot of people walking around that don't even know that they're already in pre-diabetes stages. And you got to get tested to figure out where you at with it. But let me keep dousing them, see what else we got to put in here. I got the pretzels. Give me a second. I got the cranberries. I'm going to already throw this in. This calls for a cup of crushed pretzels. This is my favorite kind. I can't tell you what they are because you might got a different flavor. And it calls for a quarter cup of cranberries. I'm going to save a few just to garnish the sweet potatoes when I take them out, right? Calls for a cup of hummus. Let me get me a spoon. So, I got a few people chiming in the comments talking about their aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, kids are diabetics. So I said, well, listen, man, help them tune into the show because we cook, we have fun, we laugh, we make great recipes. But these recipes aren't just designed to taste good and have influence you to cook. I'm showing you how you can prepare delicious foods and different alternatives to help and assist with you reversing your diabetes. And that is what this show is all about. So I know that you like me laughing and giggling all the time and having a good time, which I love to do. But I'm telling you, I'm here for a purpose driven. And you guys can cure your diabetes. And I'm telling you, it's very simple. 90 days, you can see a significant drop in your A1Cs. So I'm going to start talking a little bit more about diabetes so you just know what to do. I'm looking for my measuring cup, so bear with me. This calls for 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, right? So how many people know what nutritional yeast is? Because it's not, when I heard the word yeast, you think bacon, right? That you're baking something, but it's a cheese flavored substitute. And I never knew that. And now you know, right? Worcester. Everybody got a name for this, right? But Worcester sauce. Am I saying that right? 1 teaspoon of Worcester sauce. People got so many names for this, man. But I'm going to tell you right now, I just love it, right? Goes with anything. Liquid smoke. Are you familiar with this? This is another flavor bomb. This calls for a teaspoon of liquid smoke. I guess the flavoring speaks for itself. It has a little smoky flavoring. Calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. I'm going to show you how to do the garlic. Garlic powder, that is. Bam. And I got everything. Yeah, I got it all. Liquid smoke, Worcester. Got it all in there. Now, you mix this up like so. Boy, I need you to see this. Straight mixing spoon. All the flavors in here. You ain't gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe it. Now this is an appetizer, and I guess you're saying, where are we going with this? Gotta hold that bowl a little tighter. I was trying to get away from me. This was what one of the, if you make this appetizer for Thanksgiving coming up, your family will be looking at you, man, like, oh my goodness, this is so delicious. So let me do this here. I think I'll be better off with a fork just to get it to blend a little bit better. So we do it like this. Get that off of there. Put that spoon right there. Mix it in a little bit. So this is what I'm going to do. You know my saying, move some things around. I'm going to get back. I'm going to put my gloves on because we're about to form the balls. And what we're going to do is we're going to lay out a 3/4 cup of pecans. And we're going to roll them in this. And this, we're just going to set them and put them into a nice shape. And that's all to it. And the rest is just eat it. So while I stir this up and get it away, while this bowl keeps trying to escape me, don't you go nowhere. I hope you got your ingredients out, at least half of them. We're going to show you how to do it and roll it up. And we'll be back in just 2 seconds on Fix My Fork.
Fix My Fork is brought to you with help from our good friends at Game & Design Remodeling in Harleysville, PA. Come and visit us at 355 Main Street and let us help bring your home remodeling dreams to life. Enjoy a custom-designed kitchen with thoughtful layouts, high-quality finishes, and personalized touches that make cooking and gathering a true pleasure. Or maybe renovate your bathroom into a luxurious retreat designed for relaxation. Yes, a sanctuary you'll want to unwind in every day. For these and many other home remodeling ideas, come to see us at Game & Design Remodeling, 355 Main Street, Harleysville, PA. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to tell them that Chef Gene sent you.
We're back. You ready? I got my mix mixed up. So listen, while we were on the break, man, somebody on the other side of the camera chimed and said, Worcester. I done forgot it already.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce, right? And that was good, man, because it was Worcestershire. What?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire, right? These balls, right? So I'm gonna show you, man. Hey, man, it's a tongue twister for me, but I'm gonna eventually get it right. Now, what you want to do is you want to toss these in the pecans, and I'll leave a little bit just for the sake of you never know what else you need them for. You form these into a little ball. They say if you're doing this with your hands, they will stick. So you want to dip your hands in a little bit of water for you to do it. I want to move this all the way over so you can get a view of what's going on. So I'm gonna make the balls a little bit bigger than I normally would because there's not a lot of guests here today, right? So this is gonna be easy. You dip them into the balls and you give it a little press so they'll stick onto it. Wow, look at that. I know you hear me dropping a couple, but it's okay, man. And look at that. Now, if you make these in an appetizer, I'm gonna just make a few small and a few large, just so you can get an idea. And you got the crushed peppers, the cranberries, you got some flavoring in there, you got the scallions, you got the chopped parsley, you got that nutritional yeast giving it a cheese flavor. You give it a roll around and press it a little hard, and there you have it. Don't worry about the ones that you see dropping all over the place, because if it don't make it to the plate, then I can't wait to do the cleanup. And look at that. Man, that's one, that's two. And you can see this is like a festive type dish. But they didn't say that it was fall appropriate. They just said, that you can make it as a little appetizer substitute. The crushed pecans are better to make them with. I don't know why this stuff is fumbling because the first time I made these, I didn't have as many drops as I did, but I don't know why. But all I say is, look how appetizing and festive that looks. I'd like to stick a couple more on there. Like the snowball that you roll down the hill and it gathers a lot of snow on it. These pecans are sticking just the way I like. See, when I slow down, my dad used to tell me every time in life, Gene, when you're doing stuff and it seems not to be that you don't have it in control, just slow down a bit. And that's what I choose to use that wisdom right now. Because everything is rush, rush, rush. And trying to be considerate of you guys' time and my time and my hunger pains that I'm having because I'm ready to eat and I'm anxious for somebody to taste this and tell me how delicious it is. But you eat a couple of these, you ain't even gonna need nothing to eat after that. But very good meal, high in protein and fiber, and that's what you need in this quest to cure your diabetes. That you need something very fibrous. And remember, health equals nutrition and calories. So, in order to have good health, you have to have good nutrition and you have to limit your calories. And that's also a part of reversing the diabetes because overeating is very easy, especially when you tap it into food addiction, right? And things that you love to consume. So, all you got to do, man, is take your time and transform your palate because that's what it's about. And I'm going to introduce you all through this cooking show with some very interesting recipes and foods that you probably would never taste before. And when you make them at home and you do, look at that. Let's look at it. Just look how it's looking. Have you ever seen an appetizer like this before at anybody's home? Those of you who haven't, like, be honest. The gloves is perfect because when I made this the first time, I was dipping my hands in water, and I had some spectators watching me make it, and they kind of was looking, I had to keep my hands in water, and they was looking like, I don't know if I'm gonna have that. But when they tasted, they couldn't deny it. The people were like, what is that? There was a lot of food on the table, and it was a big spread some delicacies. I mean, foods that I love. And they were kind of like, well, what's that thing right there? Because every now and again, we like to add something, surprise people with something that they never had before. And we encourage them to taste it. Nine out of 10 of the people that tasted had nothing but positive things to say. And they was like, what's this? Is it cranberries in here? They knew they liked cranberries. Is it onions in here? I'm going to make this my last one. This is going to call us a centerpiece so we can move right along. And I was like, yeah, you taste it, you taste it, you taste it. And they was like, yeah, man, this is different and it's good. So you got to try it. You see the ingredients I put in. Everybody likes hummus. It's like you take hummus, you take chips, right? But when you get that crunchy of the pretzel, you get the flavor of the scallions and the parsley, the yeast, you get the whoosh, whoosh, what? One more time from the audience.
What's the share?
Worcestershire. What's the share? Remember that. What's the share probably helped me along with that to remember that. So what's the share? These balls. So you make them, the kids will love them, make it fun, interesting. You don't have to put pecans, put the nut of your choice. But what you're going to realize is this is a fabulous, fabulous appetizer or a side dish. It's playful, it's fun looking, and it's very delicious. Of course, you want to eat it with a fork or a spoon, right? Or you could just hold it up just like this and eat it, but your hand's going to be sticky. So whatever you choose, bam, there it is. And let me look. Hold on, let me take my gloves off before I touch the plate. Because you know I'm a neat freak. Put that there for the cleanup committee. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do. It's time for the view, not the review. Look at it, man. Fabulous. Don't tell me that don't look decorative and looks appealing. We're going to let you know how it tastes. But give me a second to move on to the next dish. I'm going to clean this mess up out the way. And we'll be right back on Fix My Fork.
I've had type 2 diabetes for 12 years. I love to cook and I love to eat, and some of the things that I love to cook and eat are not real good for diabetics. I've gone out of town on more than one occasion and either lost or forgot to take my medications, and to be able to call and get the prescription and get what I needed for the weekend is a real plus. I may have diabetes, but I've never let that get in the way of me living my life.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Locally owned, locally operated, locally loved.
We're back! Working on the next dish. So look, if just in case you wasn't here and you just chimed in, boom! You know what this is? It's the hummus balls, man. I can't wait to taste them. So listen, moving on to the sweet potatoes, just got them out of the oven. So we're going to put them on the plate. And remember I told you, very simple, very tasty, and good looking. That's it. How about a 5? Give me 5. Put that one over. There's a little extra. So what this requires is, how many people know what this is? This is a brie cheese. I'm just going to flip it out like so. Get my cutting board, my trusty cutting board over here. Move some things around because I'm good at moving all around. And I'm going to cut some squares. Because I'm going to do it like they had it on the camera, right? Put a couple cubes of the brie alongside the sweet potatoes. I'm going to tell you how the fancy I'm going to get with this. Bam, 2 pieces. Like so. 2 pieces. Waste not, want not. 2 pieces. I thought I had 2 there. I think there it is. 2 pieces. Bam. Now, it talks about putting this back in the oven. I'm going to put it in the microwave just for a second, just to melt the cheese a little bit. Give me a second. 1 second, please. And here you have it. You want to garnish this with some cranberries. I know you like, man, but one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. you're going to know that this is going to taste divine, because when we do the review, they're going to let you know exactly how it tastes. A few pecans, right? Just like that. Remember I told you always save something. You got the sweet, you got the nutty, you got the cheesy. And these are appetizers that you're getting ready. Now the thing is about the taste and also the presentation, because you always want to make sure that how you presenting things, that it looks interesting and appetizing for people to be like, man, I'm gonna get at a chance. Now this is the flavor, right? Just a couple pieces of thyme. And again, when you taste the difference of the flavors, people could, it all goes in together, it infuses together, right? And it's just very, very tasty. A little fresh rosemary. And to remember again, I always say to use fresh ingredients. You can shake the dried up stuff, but it doesn't smell as good and it definitely doesn't taste as good. Now look, I like my plates to be clean, how I like to decorate, right? But it's okay. Now, top it off with some raw honey of your choice. Just a little drizzle, slightly. Bam. Oh my God. I know y'all saying, oh, that just looks so divine. Just a little drizzle, right? And there you have it. Number 2, appetizer, ready to go. Mmm. It has the brie, sweet potato, pecans. You got the cranberries on there, and a little drizzle of honey, raw honey, if you prefer. A little rosemary and thyme garnish, and that's what it looks like. We got 2 down and 1 to go. Give us a second. We get ready to make the star of the night is the loaded cucumber sandwich on your choice of bread. This particular bread I choose is a Harvest multi-grain bread, and it's a sprouted bread. Let you know all about that in the description. And then we getting ready to layer it out and make the sandwich and show you what it do, baby, if it's a go or a no. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back on Fix My Fork. Plutal.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. You may not even know you have it, but you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand. With early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
We're back. We're on the last entree right now on Fix My Fork, and we're getting ready to just cut it up and layer it out and show you what to do, baby. So, we want to grab the cucumber. I like to make sure those onions take that centerpiece out, because sometimes that could be a little rough on you. And there you have it. There's our vegetables. So what you want to do is you want to put just a little salt and pepper on your veggies. Because when all that stuff blends in, you want to make sure that this thing is tasty, right? Not a lot of salt. Remember that rule. Again, every time you cook, bitter is better. I'm not going to salt the onions. Give my tomatoes a little stir. Got a bad little piece in there. Put that on the side. Get us a little toss, or act like I'm tossing. Just want to make sure it's marinated a little bit because we getting ready to layer these sandwiches out. So now that our vegetables are seasoned, let's go ahead and get the bread that we just got out of the oven. And it's time to put these bad babies together. Woo! Toasted. And I'm using some sprouted multi-grain harvest bread, as you can see, because I definitely want you to see how we're going to make this sandwich. That's all. This is a little fancy maneuvering around here because, I just like to make sure you guys can get a bird's eye view. Now we're making a sandwich. Mayo, Cool Whip, mustard. No, not here. And not that I don't like those things, but this sandwich is going to be very flavorful. So we want to start with the spread on one side. This is some delicious pesto. Remember, pesto is the besto. And use how much ever you would prefer. It is your sandwich. Remember, these are the healthy, fibrous ingredients. And on one of the shows, we definitely going to make our own pesto to show you how to do that because, man, I've had some delicious pesto in a lot of places. On the other side, we're going to use some fresh guacamole. Boom. And you could try this with some hummus, but again, we got the hummus balls, right? So no need to layer it with more hummus because we got 3 different things going on here. This is just the spread, a lot of protein. Man, listen, already with just the spread, it tastes good. Anybody ever had avocado toast, right? So this is a loaded cucumber. So we're going to start with the star. Just position your cucumbers. I did season them up. Since it says loaded, you want to make sure that you load it up with cucumbers. Bam, bam. And of course, if cucumbers is not your thing, zucchini, squash, the point is vegetables, right? Put any type of vegetables. This is just the recipe that I have, but you kind of can put anything that you want. It calls for green peppers, but I'm going to put green and red. Just lay it on there. Some may fall off, but that's cool. You working with it. You want to break it off. I'll do the green and red just because I love the difference in the colors. Spread it out. Don't be nervous about it. Just get it down, right? Veggies. All fibrous veggies. A little red cabbage. And I got the paper for this stuff to fall on because when I plate it and I cut it, it's going to be divine. You put a little arugula on there and you see it starting to be loaded already, right? Some fresh arugula on both the sandwiches. We got some fresh onion. Look at this. I know you're thinking, man, all of that? Yes, all of this is going to be amazing when you taste it. Some fresh tomatoes. I know you like, oh my gosh. But at the end of the day, when you taste these flavors all together, it's like a party mix of vegetables in your mouth, right? Everything healthy. And you could put as much as you want of everything on it. Some pickles. The reason why I love these varieties of flavors is because they all go together, right? And I got somebody chiming in the audience talking about, wow, man, how much you putting on there? But guess what? When they bite into it, they're going to say, man, oh man, my pickles is falling, so I got to push it down a little bit to get it on there. Put that on the top. And there you have it. That is a stacker of a sandwich right there. Look at it, right? I'm going to plate it up. One at a time. Look, don't tell me it don't look pretty. And I'm going to cut it on the parchment paper first. After I press it down, right? To get a little bit more control over it. Bam, bam. Look at it. Look at the reveal. Bam, that's one down. Press it up. Slam it down there. Take all your aggression out on the press. Slice it like so. I'm going to get another plate and watch me garnish this with some tortilla chips. Everybody likes some sandwich and some chips, but I just do it because it just looks pretty on the plate, right? That is one up. Now look, I know I got a little hummus on the roll there, on the bread rather, but you see that? And that's the third dish. That's the main entree up, and everything is on the side. We're going to plate this up. We're going to set up for the review, and we're going to let you know. Woo! But I'm telling you right now, it's nothing like it because I already had it. But if you're doing it at home, chime in. Let me see in the comments below what you feel about this. Let me show you the bam. And if you want, you can put a little bit more on side. You can make it something to dip into. You can put whatever sauce, mustard, ketchup if you like. I think it's nasty, but oh well, whatever you desire. And we'll be back. Fix My Fork review coming right up with me and Phil Andrews. Talk to me.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. This puts them at increased risk for type 2 diabetes, heart attack, and kidney disease. The good news? Prediabetes can be reversed. Follow along with this 1-minute risk test to learn your risk for prediabetes. Are you over 40? That's 1 point. Over 50? That's another. Over 60? Add 1 more. If you're a man, give yourself a point. Family history of diabetes? Add a point. Have high blood pressure? Add another. Not physically active? That's a point. Are you slightly overweight? That's 1 point. Pretty overweight? That's 2. Very overweight? That's 3. A score of 5 or more means you likely have prediabetes, so talk with your doctor. Learn how you can change the outcome at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back. And here we are for the review. Look at the spread, pre-Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, whatever you want to call it. Because I got my homeboy here. And we getting ready to chow down. This looks scrumptious. And I know I say that all the time, but listen here. You can see. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but zoom in because you got to get a view of this here. But Phil, how does it look? Eye test.
Dude, Gene, it looks great. It smells even better.
Oh my goodness. It
Smells
really does.
even better.
And we didn't do much cooking today, right? We just put the sweet potatoes in the oven.
Right.
But this, it really has some flavor and some delicious aroma. So without further ado, let's do it. Heavenly Father, thank you for this food that we're now about to receive to help nourish and protect our bodies. In Jesus Christ we pray. Amen.
Now, the only problem with this,
Where do we start?
where do you start? Now, usually you start with an appetizer, right?
Yeah.
Those sandwiches.
Yeah. Yo, I don't.
They're calling my name. They're calling your name.
Yeah, and I
Now,
hear.
let's do this. Let's do this. Let's each try one of the appetizers to
All right,
start.
let's do it.
So I'm going to start with one of these. I mean, you'll have one too.
Yes,
But
I'm gonna
just for our
start with
purposes, you start with the ball. Start with one of the
the
balls.
crystal ball.
Again,
we call
what's
them, right?
what's in there?
Now, what's in here is crushed pretzels. Hummus is the main ingredient. Cranberries, scallions, fresh parsley, some nutritional yeast, some
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce, right? And some fresh garlic and nothing else, man. And then you roll it around in some crushed pecans or nut of your choice, and that's it. So let's go on, man.
Right,
Taste
hold
it.
on a second.
What?
I'm going to do this with you.
There
Now
it
you got
is.
me all worked
There
up
it
by
is,
telling me
man.
what's
Oh
in
my
there.
gosh.
All right.
Let's go for it.
Oh. What's the smokiness? You taste the smokiness? What is
The
it?
liquid smoke.
Okay. My goodness. Wow. See? Very good. You know what? This is almost like a you're right, like a holiday appetizer with the pecans in it. But folks, definitely.
Please, sound.
Definitely try and make this. This is, I don't know how he does it every week. This is just the first appetizer. We still have one more appetizer and the sandwiches. I know what you want to do. You want to move on to the next one. Okay.
I mean, I could stay right there. I can have a plate of that.
No.
It's that good.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we have other stuff. This is the sweet potato, right?
Sweet potato with the brie, cranberries, pecans as well, topped off with some thyme and some rosemary.
I'm glad you had the time to make this.
Oh, and some raw honey. Don't forget the honey.
Oh, the honey. See this word right here? Right. Ridiculous. That's how good these taste. My goodness. Right?
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm way out of my box, way out of my comfort zone. But I fall into another zone of comfort because this food right here is fabulous. Like,
and good for you.
Are you kidding me?
It's good for you.
Look at the combination, the ingredients, everything healthy. Remember, health equals nutrition and calories. So if you want to get some calories, get something tasty, but something that is very good for your body.
Yes.
Right? Your digestive system.
Yes.
Man, Phil, this is...
Gene,
should I tell
I know
you
I say it every week. You've outdone yourself. But I might as well put this on a playing loop because this is...
The rosemary and the thyme, the kick that it just...
But you can taste it. Right? You know how you had to smoke the smoky? You can taste the rosemary and thyme in there. And
I told you, don't do the dry stuff. Fresh. Fresh make it taste the best. Now what we're going to do with the sandwich, man? I'm ready. I can't hold out no longer.
All right.
I delayed the game enough.
So this is a stuffed cucumber
sandwich.
Loaded
Cucumber
sandwich. A multi-grain bread.
Multi-grain sprouted bread.
Sprouted bread. All right. Can I eat this without getting any on me?
I don't know.
Ready?
Let's go.
The fact that we're not saying anything tells you all you need to know.
Listen, because the flavors were like distributing taste all over the place.
Yep.
And you had to wait because you like hit the onion, you hit the cucumber, you hit the tomato. You hit the arugula. You hit the guacamole, then you hit the pesto.
It's a lot.
And you got knocked out. Flavor knocked out.
It's a lot. It's good. Man, this is unbelievable. This is like, you can't go to a restaurant and get this kind of stuff.
But you can have Fix My Fork come to your house and we can prepare this together.
Right.
Because that's what we do. We help fix your fork.
And of course, it's made with Gene Wood love. A lot of Chef Gene love up in here on this stuff.
Phil, do you taste this right here?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Again, ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And it's so hard. Mama said, don't talk with your mouth full. But I got so much to say.
I know.
This sandwich right here.
Is it Friday night? Happy hour? See? You don't have to go out and have like wings and all that stuff. This stuff is good.
Yeah. I could do this review for about 15, 20 minutes, man, because that's how good the food is. But enough said. We ready to get busy. We didn't politely review this, but now we're getting ready to tear it down. So here it is to the weekend ahead of you. Whatever you do, make sure nutrition is involved. You do it well, and you keep the peace. Later.
Work smart and live well. We need the A1Cs down. You must